welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm your host, Emma Johnson, and today we are here with head coach Lamar Volleyball team, head coach Brown. It's amazing to have you here today.
Thank you, Emma. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. Now, you've got, 5 games under your wing now?
Ish.
Yeah. How are you feeling about your season so far?
You know, I had very high hopes coming into the season. I had scheduled some tough competition, but I had really high hopes that we were going to come out strong like we had been playing this summer. But confidence really seems to be an issue that we're dealing with. So we haven't been able to pull off a win yet, but I'm hopeful tomorrow's the day.
Let's hope. And your game against Ozark, we know that you've changed your defense up quite a bit. You're running a 5-1 now. How do you feel like it went?
I think it went really well. So for anyone watching that's not sure what that means is instead of having 2 setters in the game, now we have 1. And so that girl will set from the back row and from the front row. And so it changes things that she's able to do in the game. So we are running it now. We've got Addie Harden setting the whole way around. I think that it's going to be a really good thing. It's a confusing thing at first, mostly for Addie, because she's not used to having to set from the front row. She's used to being able to hit. And so her adjusting to, I'm here, that second ball is still mine, is going to be a challenge. But once she gets the hang of that, I really think it's going to be a good change for our team.
And you've played, out of the games that we've played, you've had both JV and varsity games. Out of them, do you have any amazing, just standout performances?
Man, these girls blow me away constantly. I tell them all the time I have so much trouble hammering down a lineup on varsity because I could put just about any one of them on the floor, and it's just who's having a stronger day that day kind of thing. And so to pick one standout is really difficult. Nevaeh does come to mind, Nevaeh Danver, and she had 2 games in a row. I think one was here at home against Conway, our Union, Christian Union, and then on the road the next week when we played Conway Christian. The girl couldn't miss serving, passing, her defense, and so we did make the adjustment where we've got her staying in and playing all the way around now too, based on those games.
And although we haven't won, that's got to be tough on your team, of course, but how do they stay motivated?
Oh, it's very tough. I try to remind them often that we're the underdog. We're coming in with our 2 years of experience, and yes, the 7th grade playing field has leveled. We've won most of those games. Our junior high field has leveled, but in senior high, when we're playing a team that's loaded with seniors, they have 6 years of experience. And so that can be really intimidating, first of all. And so emotionally, we're all over the place on the court. We're trying to redirect and focus on getting that next point, not worrying so much about what happened. So again, we're back to that confidence. So I guess just pep talks is what we're trying to do to stay motivated right now.
So, and you've got, of course, you being a new team, you've got to have at least a few weaknesses, but what's your main one?
Confidence. I feel like it takes several years to develop hitters and blockers. After confidence, I would say our front row is a little weak compared to other schools. We're just not to a point where we're hammering the ball straight down yet. It will come, but we're just not there yet. But confidence is really, because we can play defense all day long. If we can get our confidence in line and keep our emotions a little more level instead of swinging from super highs and super lows, I think that we're going to be in a much better position.
And you've got a game tomorrow, correct? Mm-hmm. How do you feel like that one's going to go?
Well, tomorrow we play Boonville here at home. Boonville is in our conference, so this will be our first time to play a team in our conference. We've played Boonville before. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've taken them to 4+ sets before. So it's always in reach. It's just going to depend on the headset that the girls are coming out on the floor with.
So of course, we got to come out strong. We got to come out ready and be intense, right?
Absolutely.
So let's hope that we win that game against Boonville.
That's tomorrow. The goal. That's the goal.
And then you have an away game Thursday, or is it a home game?
We're away. We're in Fort Smith playing Union Christian.
So how do you expect that? I know Union Union.
We
they
just
beat us
played
last
them.
time.
Yeah, we just played them. But I would say Union Christian was kind of, I don't know if it was the lowest, but we played, gosh, our mental game was so weak that game. It was so weak. You know, just between little things that tend to happen on the court and beating ourselves up over things we felt like we should have been doing. And I had some girls dealing with some personal stuff, and sometimes that gets brought on the court with them. So I am hopeful that Union has kind of the big head right now, and then we're going to show up and we're going to take care of business and show them how we actually play and come away with that win.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here today. We're
Thank you.
more than thrilled to have you each time. We can't wait to see you again next week on the Tribe Talk.
All right.